Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this middle of the day market update, which is in general, I hope, useful for all of you. If you want a video of my thoughts a little bit more on the higher time frames, on the longer term for Bitcoin, and whether we can actually still see a bull market, I opened a or what we need. I uploaded a new video. Called "This Needs to Happen for a Crypto Bull Market." In general, I think that's a very valuable video on more if you zoom out of the markets. So check that out if you have time. I think it's quite valuable. But for now, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. We'll talk about some news, and we will talk about some altcoins. So the major news right now is the Middle East. All right. Yesterday was quite big of a scare, and I don't fully think that it's all over yet. Well, that is the thing that we need, right? We need the situation to de-escalate for the sake of everybody there, but also for the markets, which is what we're focusing on in this video, of course. And what you can see right now is that, and we'll talk a little bit more about the technicals a little bit later, but the price is very much not doing much, right? We had one more drop down into this support level, which held yesterday around 60,600. Got a bit of a bullish breakout here above 61,200, but now we're talking about minor key levels, right? So that's all good, but ultimately what we need to see is a reclaim above this level right here between 62,000 and 62,400. That is what we need to see. If that happens, and it might still take some time if the situation stays like this, right? If there's no increased tension, etc. It might still take some time before we will be able to do that. It might take until next week. But that is what we need to see technically. It's either that or a drop down to the bottoms. And I would say, I mean, if the price falls back down to the bottom again at 60,600 and it's not able to instantly spike from there, then I am afraid we're going to drop down lower. And dropping down lower then means that level between 60 and 58,000, which is certainly a possibility. So those are kind of the two main scenarios to keep an eye on. Sorry that my chart is a little bit messy, by the way, but that's what we need to watch. All right, maybe 60,000 is still going to be able to hold as a support, but we either need to break down below 60,000 to get that last drop, hopefully last drop, or at least an additional drop, or we need to get some sort of a reclaim above, I would say 62,400. And at this point of time, there's no momentum in either way. I mean, looking at the fundamentals, the stock market's opened relatively positively, but Bitcoin is obviously a little riskier, so then it's always lagging a bit. Gold is relatively bearish here, so that's an indication that unrest and uncertainty is dropping down a bit. But again, we're not really seeing that from Bitcoin here. So we'll have to see. We'll technically have to wait for one of those two levels to break, and then we have some more confirmation. And there's no clear indication for me what's going to happen now, and it also just is very much too dependent on the fundamentals. Then talking about fundamentals, tomorrow and Friday we do have some news, right? Tomorrow we have the initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims. Friday we have the unemployment rate. I think Friday can actually matter, but again, if there's again uncertainty in the Middle East, then economic data matters much less. And I'll keep you updated on that, so don't worry too much about that. When we're talking about altcoins for today, I would in general be careful, all right? I would personally not trade too many altcoins. I personally bought quite a lot of bonk yesterday during the crash. I think that's holding up relatively well, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should buy. I also longed Popcat. I thought that was holding relatively well, but this is all dependent. I mean, if Bitcoin is going to crash, I will close these within a second, right? They're not amazing low risk positions. And then when we're talking, looking at some other altcoins, look, some altcoins, like if you take a look at Wormhole, that performed quite well. I managed to get an entry in that around 31 cents. So there are coins to take opportunities on. And you can see right now something like Phantom or something like Tau. There are altcoins that actually are holding up relatively well, right? I mean, Phantom here is just in the same old consolidation. You would almost say that nothing is going on here. And then if you take a look at Tau, it's a very similar story, just consolidating here. But we're not going to get a bullish breakout out of these consolidations as long as Bitcoin is bearish. So yes, some altcoins are performing a bit better than the market and then Bitcoin, but you should still wait for some sort of a bullish confirmation from Bitcoin before getting into altcoin trading, I would say. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts for this afternoon. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments, anything. Or better yet, join the free Telegram, join the free Discord. All right, tag me in there and I will 99% of the time respond. That's much, much better. But that's what you need to know for now. All right, so stay safe out there. Don't risk too much. And I will see you all in my next videos. Take care and bye.